Hmm. Oh, it's been a while since I did this whole thing. I don't know if this microphone works well for the purposes of this live stream. If you're watching the stream and it sounds weird or the music is too loud, it's probably why. But you know what? We're going to do what we agreed to do here today, which is to go to YouTube and respond to a bunch of comments. That was the plan. Okay. What do we have here? I actually really like this song. So I was listening to it live on YouTube and it seems it's pretty loud. Let me know if it's try to reduce sensitivity here. I think it might be a little bit better. Nope, let me get back down. I love the Yeti because it's very, very sensitive, but then I also hate it because it's very, very sensitive. But in this particular case, it's going to work for my purposes, but it depends on how much you guys are listening to this. The whole point of this live was to actually get on, respond to some comments, and just hang out. It's been a while since we did this, so feel free to let me know if you're watching, what you're up to. Let's see. Like Charlton. Yeah, it's a bunch of new comments. I'm actually excited to respond to this. I haven't responded to comments in a while. How are you doing? I don't know if putting this microphone far away, I can hear the echo. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this mic. I don't know yet. But only you can tell me if you're listening to this. You can let me know if it's working or not. In the meantime, I think about StreamYard is you can't share more than one screen at a time. So since I'm sharing the screen that has the music from MusicBed, I don't think I'm able to share the screen that has. Can I share another screen? No, I don't think I can. I think I can listen to this particular song all day. Hey, Rita, it's good to have you. Feels like it's been what, 10 years since I was live. Our relationship is it's almost one-sided. I'm live and you're responding and keeping me company, which is great. Thank you. It's good to hear from you. How have you been? How are you holding up? I mean, it's 2021, so I don't say the excuse, but the reason that most of us give for things not working out in 2020, now it's like, well, it's a new year. What are we going to do? But yeah, it's good to be here. I think for the past 6 months or so, I've been trying to start a regular live stream, a regular live stream session where I actually show up here and talk. But for one reason, I always thought that I either had to do it on a daily basis or not do it at all. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking in these binary terms. Kate, I just opened my screen and I saw 700 subs just like seconds ago before I launched. I was trying to see whether my video was talking. So congrats to you on the 700 sub input. This is Kate on the 700 subs. And yeah, it's good to have you. How's the family? How are your two beautiful daughters and your awesome husband? I hope everything is well. Just planning to hang out here today and respond to YouTube comments, which is weird because if I'm responding to YouTube comments, I cannot see your comments, I cannot interact with you. But I've wanted to do this for a while, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just do it today. Like, yeah, tired of just waiting 2.5 years. See, I feel you on that because getting to 1,000 was a huge milestone for me, and I really pushed it towards the last couple of months where I was putting out videos, obsessing over analytics and all those things. But I mean, you have what it takes. So I'm not surprised at all. I'm very, very, I'm not surprised. Like, I think you can do this and I think you're doing it. I feel like, I've made a couple of videos on YouTube about the whole idea of YouTube and how, why do I feel like this camera, let me see, is this better? Get obsessive like that with this thing. I'll just move my chair this way. Yes. So, yeah. Congrats. I think it's before you realize you'll be 1,000. Almost every YouTuber says it, and people always talk about the fact that it's harder to get the first 1,000 than to get the next, 10,000, something like that. But anyway, what I'm saying is that you'll be fine. Yeah. All right. Rita says everything sounds good, so I'm grateful for that. Okay. They're all good. My sweet is doing well in school. My twins are silly and fun, and I'm starting a business and getting paid to edit for people. So exciting. That is awesome. Look at that. That's amazing. Like, this is some good news. This is actually what I look forward to on a regular basis, because sometimes it's easy to think like life sucks and that everything is just sucking for everybody. But no, this is good news. So congrats. Good job. This is skill, Hey, Judd is here. Judd is like an older sister to me. When I worked at EA in Cameroon, Judd was basically my older sister. There's no other way to explain it. It's good to see you, Judd. I know you'll be here for like 2 seconds and disappear, so don't worry, you're preparing for Valentine's Day and all that good stuff. Yeah. By the way, Kate, I really do think that, the internet has changed the way people do things. I say this all the time, and I really believe it because it's happened in my own life. Like, I work from home now, which I'm very grateful for, and it's because of the internet I'm able to do what I'm able to do. And meet people, you gain new skills. It's a lot of cool stuff. Like, yeah. Judd says she'll be here for a good while. That's great, because I intend to stay here for a while. It's 9:16 a.m. here, and I haven't done a live stream in a long time. To be honest with you, it's just like I couldn't bring myself to do it. So, ooh, in your way to Douala, you have at least 1 hour to spend with me. Great. Awesome. So you get to decide what we'll talk about today. I mean, I wanted to just respond to comments and then talk with you. So what I'm going to do is probably just share my screen. No, I cannot share my screen. I'll be responding to the comments while we're discussing. I'll just divide this thing into two here. What is this? By the way, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like it and maybe share so that somebody can jump in and say hello and hi. And Kate said something here I didn't pay attention to. Look at me. Just something to get excited because we'll have cool people in the house. Oh yeah, so Kate says I may not have to go back and deliver hamburgers when the vaccine comes out and life goes back to normal. You know, like, and the whole idea of life going back to normal, I don't know. Personally, I don't think life will ever go back to quote unquote normal. It's like this is a new normal. I'm not trying to be pessimistic or anything like that. It's more like things change and it takes a while to adjust to the way things change. But I feel like that's just the way life is going to be for a bit. Yeah. Yep. So yeah. So Kate, you've been editing. Rita, what have you been up to? What are you working on these days? For me, I started the year strong with putting up some really cool videos that I enjoyed on YouTube, but then I dwindled down. Like I just couldn't handle it, and my eyes hurt. So it's time for me to wear my glasses before I start looking like a cat. For some reason, I don't like wearing my glasses, even though without them I can't see. Anybody else wearing glasses in the building? Let me know. Look at that. Now I feel like a human being again. All right, let's actually start responding to those comments. Yeah, I feel like I could talk all day. So let me know what's up on your end. For me, I'm just here hanging out and wanting to do this. I have so many comments I haven't responded to. I actually feel bad when I don't respond to my comments. One of those things that just hurt me personally. Someone would take the time to say something on my video and I would not, respond. I don't like it. I don't like not being able to respond to my own videos, to my comments. I mean, Kate says she wears blue light glasses. I think they do. I don't know. I mean, if you look at my glasses, you will see that I think it's blue, purple, violet, something thingy. Oh, I see a beautiful question in the comment section. I'm looking forward to that. Lenkoni, guys, if you're a Cameroonian, you probably know who Lenkoni is. If you don't know who she is and you're Cameroonian, you definitely have to check her out. I think, in my personal opinion, she's one of the best Cameroonian video creators on the internet right now. And she creates when she wants, so you probably wait for like 10 years before you get another video from her. But I really think she's cool and she's in my live stream for the first time. So right now I'm excited. This is my excited face. Yeah. Anyway, Rita says, virtual schooling the kids and taking all my time. Taking all my time. Nice. Yeah, virtual schooling. I mean, I guess parents used to have time off, hang out with let the kids go and then come and tell them all these stories. And then now you stay in the house and everything. I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't know how hard that is, but I imagine that is a lot, So Lenkoni asks, what do you think about the silhouette challenge? I've seen one person do that silhouette challenge, and I thought it was weird. My first thought was, the internet is a crazy place. I've just seen one of them. Like, I don't even know how I came across it. I think it's because I was following the person before I saw it. I don't even want to research what it is. So I guess my summary is I don't care. I don't care about the silhouette challenge to the point of actually looking forward to it or looking at it. So I really don't know. I don't know. I have a hard time following trends that don't personally appeal to me. And I think this is exactly one of the situations where a trend is so unappealing to me that I'm completely and utterly clueless about what it is about. So yeah, I don't know. Just as I should always wear glasses on, they make you look. I will keep that in mind and make sure that I always have them. In fact, I will start sleeping with them so that I can look cute in my dreams as well. Yes. No, I see. I really believe that. See, I don't know when you're going to make videos. I know that you do these videos because you want to do them, and I really respect that. But honestly, when it comes to entertainment and education and fun, I think you have the right package. The fact that you actually have Cameroonians interested in watching your videos says a lot, because Cameroonians are a hard group of people to please. So yeah, 100%. Kate says there are only so many hours in a day. You can't be yourself up and be able to do all the things, including responding to comments. You know, Kate, I agree with you partially, because if I were so busy that I'm like, all right, I'm tired, I can't do this, it'd be one thing. But I know that I do have time in between that I could have used to actually respond to comments, and I don't. So that's the part where I'm like, yo, Kanga, come on. You don't have that, you're not that busy, bro. Like, you can always respond to these things. But anyway, I agree with you. I don't have to be hard on myself, but in order to achieve the things I want to achieve, Kate, you know this, you're a creator. Like, these things are not easy. You have to be able to find it in you somewhere to get it done. That's, yeah. And Rita says, to be honest, I love it. A new normal. I shop online, I work from home. Bonding with family is priceless. See, in the beginning, I really thought this was great. Towards the middle of it, I thought it was annoying. And then now I'm just like, you know what? This is what it's going to be. What am I going to do? I can't change the world. So I might as well adjust to it and find what works for me. So I'm learning to make use of it. I'm doing I already spend a lot of time in my house almost all the time. So now this is like an opportunity for me to try new things, reach out to people, schedule my day even better. Like, today's one of my days off. So I get to do whatever I want, actually hang out, with my friends online, because really, really means a lot to have people who actually listen to what I have to say in this world where there's always so much to talk about, including a silhouette challenge. So yeah, I hope the music is not too loud, because it's in my headphones and it's killing me, but I like the music, so. Not homeschooling. Kids need routine and structure. Yep, I want to say I agree, but I don't have kids, so I don't know. Yeah. Bonjour ici. Hey, it's good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while. Last time we talked was on Instagram, and you left a comment on my video, which I probably have responded. Hopefully, yes, I have. Bonjour. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. I look at the names before responding, so now I'm like, do I call you T. Vance? You know what? We'll talk eventually. Kate, can I drop the link of when we did a video together on my channel? Yes, please. So Kate and I did a collaboration, like the real kind that people, well, not even the real kind. It's a long story about collabs, but Kate and I did a video. Actually, Kate did a video where we asked questions and answered them. So yes, please share the video, put it in the link here, so that those who are watching, listening, whether it's a live stream or the next video, or the next session of people who are listening, can actually have it. It's great. Yeah. I love that Lincolnese in this stream. There's so many cool questions coming up that I'm looking forward to responding. So if you have any questions, don't talk about anything, just drop them in. I'm here for a while. Like, I really plan to do a long enough stream today to catch up with the community, because for somebody to subscribe to my channel, I've said this 1,000 times. There's so many channels, and just the fact that you give me a time here means a lot. So yeah, let's hang out. Yes, Cameroonians are hard to please. So if you go and watch Lincolnese channel and you see the kind of video that there's some comments coming up here, guys. Just stay around. The comments coming up that you're going to really enjoy. Oh man. Kate says she has a conversation recently with John Escar about managing time and finding balance in life. What did he share with you? I personally haven't talked much with John from the group. So John Escar I know he does drone videos, like a really, really amazing, like a skilled, he does like competitive drone flying. So I think it's pretty good. I haven't watched many of his videos, so I don't know for sure. But Kate has been talking with John. So Kate, what did he share about balance and time and management and stuff like that? I'm going to ask, what video software are you using for this live session? I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard is basically, I plug in my camera, my Canon M50. This is a long story, but I plug in my camera using Sparkle Cam, which is an app for Windows to allow you to use Canon camera. I think many other cameras directly on the thing. I know you can use EOS, this thing utility, EOS, how's it called? EOS utility, the app for Canon devices to connect to the computer directly. But I had difficulty doing that. It had some driver issues, and I did not want to go through that. So I tried using StreamYard, and I love StreamYard. The free version actually allows you to use it. The only problem that I had with the stream with I need to drink water. When my brain starts freezing, it means I need liquids in my system. I started using the problem I had with StreamYard was that it had this thing. Let me put it up here. So on StreamYard, I don't know if you can see the logo here. Yeah, right here. It should be here right now. It had this logo that you cannot remove when you're using the free version, which I just don't like. And so I paid for it for the year. I used it to do some live streams, some live sessions, and I really liked it. So I've been using it for a while now. And yeah, I love how I can use this and share my screen and all these things. It's a very simple to use platform. In fact, if they're watching this and they want to sponsor my channel, maybe one day they will do it. We don't know yet, but we can hope. So I like it. I like it. I like StreamYard. So that's it. It's called StreamYard. That's the name of the platform. It's free to use. There are different tiers. I think there are 3 different tiers. There's a free one, the intermediate tier that I'm using right now, and then there's a pro. So with this, for example, I'm streaming right now to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I can stream to 3 platforms. But if you pay the higher version of the thing, you can stream to all of them. But I'm not an industrial streamer yet. One day. Okay, it says music is good. Like it. What are my favorite YouTube channels? So it's like asking me what my favorite movies or my favorite music. I guess the true answer, like the short answer is it depends. But the long answer is there are videos, there are channels that I go to for different things. So depending on what I'm looking for at any particular time, a particular channel or group of channels are going to interest me at a particular point. So for example, recently, let me see, as of like 6-7 months ago, I really enjoyed people like Better Ideas, Nakil, Captain Sinbad. Like these are 2 channels that I kept watching a lot more than usual. And then I need Dube as well. So when it goes to like learning things about YouTube, Nick Neiman and Roberto Blake and Vanessa Lau. So I have all this bunch of people that are like, all right, if I need to find an answer about a particular YouTube question, then I go to these particular people. But if I'm looking to, I guess, think deeply, I go to people like Nathaniel Drew, maybe Matt Diavella. I think I've stopped my Matt Diavella binge for some reason. I feel like whenever a YouTuber grows very, very big, for some reason, I just can't enjoy their content again because I don't know, I feel like they lose some of that personalization that I had in the beginning. I don't know, I'm not sure. But then people like Matt Diavella and Nathaniel Drew, I've stopped watching them as much as I used to because I think I got their point. I guess it's like Gary Vaynerchuk. So to come back to the question of what my favorite YouTube channels are, right now I am really enjoying Captain Sinbad like a lot more than usual. I think there's something about his growth, his perspective, his comedy. Like he's a funny guy. And so, yeah, it depends. It depends on what I'm looking at. So I watch a lot of different channels. When it comes to Cameroonian content, for example, like your channel, like when you haven't watched a video, your channel in a while, because I expect you to make a new video, which you haven't, by the way. I don't know what you're doing. You're wasting precious fan time. But what I'm trying to make is, it depends. It really depends. Your channel, sometimes I binge watch a channel, like really go deep, watch almost all the videos, figure out what they're like, learn from them. But when I notice that I have either grasped what I'm trying to do or I'm moving towards creating more than actually consuming, then I don't consume as much. So yeah, it depends. I don't know if that answers the question. I really don't know. My man Frank, the real kind of collaboration, you want to shake the table. So some context. I made a video collaboration with Lydia and Sedi. I don't know if you've watched the videos already. Lydia is in Germany, Sedi is in Belgium. So we did a video collab of what's it called? Skills you should learn before you travel. So different skills, depending on the country in which you are, what you want to do in the future. Things that we thought that helped us either adjust to the country that if you had known before traveling would have helped us better. So I'm laughing because there's some comments coming up here that I'm personally. Anyway, so Lydia, Sedi, and I did this collab, and sorry, you see John's question and understand, and did this collab, and so in the group, this comment is from one of our Cameroonian YouTube creators, and he basically said, I didn't think it was a collab because I didn't see the 2 or 3 of you in the same video, and we agreed to disagree because I believe that the term collaboration has many meanings. There's not only one way to collaborate, because Kate and I did. Hey, Kate, by the way, I don't know if you've shared the link yet. If you haven't, I can find it and put it in here. So I'm going to do that as well real quick. But collaboration doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have the two people in the same video at the same time. But that's what my friend Positive Africa thought that collab means, that you have to have the two people, because if it's just one person, then it doesn't mean that way. For me, whenever I've seen collaborations on YouTube, it's always been a situation where you have a YouTuber stating that they are working, working the same topic with other YouTubers, and they put their links in the comment section, maybe a video of a teaser or something. So I'm not the authority on what collaboration means on YouTube, but I think it worked for us, and I'm okay with that. So, any collab soon? Actually, I think Kate and I were supposed to do a collab, and we haven't done another one yet. But I do think there'll be one coming up soon. I don't know. I've been on YouTube for what? I feel like almost a month now. I haven't actually showed up on a regular basis. So I do think that I've been trying to do at least one a month, and that's our minimum for the year. I just want to, since I've already done one this January, I'm like, all right, February, I'll probably do another one. Don't know yet. We'll see. We will see. Kate says you're gonna have to watch the video and see for yourself about the conversation with John Eska. Agreed. I will have to check that and see eventually. One day. one day. About taking in something, you used to get confused and pissed when you're hungry. So here's the funny thing about this whole hungry part. I started doing intermittent fasting at the beginning of this year out of curiosity. Like, I had read about intermittent fasting and done some research about it, and I just thought I would do it just to see if I can actually stand it, if I can actually handle it. And let me show you what happened. Ooh, yes. I'm going to look at the comment a bit. Let me show you something here about the whole intermittent fasting. So I found this app called Zero. I don't know if you can. Jesus, my phone is dirty. Let me wipe that first before showing on my screen. How's this phone trying to disgrace me? So this is, you probably cannot see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it shows that I'm 5.5 hours into my fast, basically. Can you see it? Probably. I don't know, maybe. But this is the part that I want to show you, which is my streak. I lost my streak on which day? So if you look at this, you might be able to see, maybe not. But those are the days for the month that I've been basically fasting. So on average, I had a streak. I had actually a cool 2 week streak. 16 hours, 21 hours. Yeah. Look at that. Cameroon Web Series. Oh, this is awesome. I don't know. I keep saying, I keep assuming that you're seeing what I'm seeing. It's like this, part of my brain doesn't want to realize that you're not actually seeing what I'm seeing. So I'm doing all these funny sounds and responding to these things. So let me get down to the comments real quick. So, Judd, to answer your question, no, I don't get as pissed as I used to, because I think I've trained my body to just not need that much food. But I just need to start working out now. That's the part that I need to work on. So, I want to do a Zoom call with you. It's going to be fun to talk live. Yes, I agree. I mean, hey, by the way, no, it's not going to happen today. Eventually, for the live streams, you will be able to join in and talk with me. But right now, I don't think I have the energy to sustain a conversation. I don't know why I feel that way. Yeah. Rita says she lost, intermittent fasting 8-16. Basically, you can eat between a window of 8 hours, and then for 16 hours, you don't eat anything. So I've been doing 20s, 24, 18, 18.6. Anyway, it means not eating for 18 hours, sometimes not eating for 20 hours. And I actually went close to 23 hours. In fact, there was a time when I did 24 hours. And because I work from home and I'm mostly sitting down, I feel like it works easier for me because I don't have to expend that much energy. So in the quote unquote real world, if you have like a real physically demanding job, it might be difficult. But I think that once you get used to the idea and realize the benefits of intermittent fasting for yourself, then you might actually start enjoying it more. Lincoln says, I really enjoyed your review of Cameroon Web Series. I don't think there's anyone reviewing African content. 100%. I think Ed. I wish Ed could realize that he's sitting on a gold mine, because I'm interested in a lot of things. And the big thing, the mistake that I personally make as a creator is that I try to do all these things when I know that I cannot. And it's not just about creating, like in life, generally speaking, there's so many cool things that I would like to do. And I'm sure you know of the shiny object syndrome, where you start doing one thing and then you see that another thing is cool and then you leave it, and then another thing is cool and you leave it, and eventually you do nothing. So Ed would actually be able to create that space to really talk about this African content. And I feel like, we're collaborating on something and things have been working out for me personally the way I would have loved them to be. But hey, we never know how it's going to go. But you're right. I think there's very few people talking about African content, whether it's movies, TV shows, things that actually make sense and are relevant to the community. But somebody has to do it. Not me. Not yet, anyway. Look at that. We've been talking for 30 minutes. I haven't even responded to one single comment, which was the goal of this whole situation. But you know what? Let's start now, I think. I have a video on my channel that everybody hates. I don't know if you've seen this. It's like my worst video ever. And one of the worst videos, like people don't like thumbnail, the title, the content, everything about this video. It's my most viewed video. I think I have about 20,000 views at this point, or 18,000, I'm not sure. But yeah, many people have watched the video and many people don't like it. And for some reason, whenever I see a comment on that video, I get excited. Am I weird? I don't know. So, Lenkoni, to respond to your comment, it sucks that people are not talking about African content the way I would like them to. But I'm tired of personally disappointing myself. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do what I can in my own space, and eventually things will work out. Like maybe find somebody who can do it to help them out, coach them or something. But yeah. Like right now, my friend Mark of Bakwa is looking for somebody to talk about Cameroonian books. Like, since 1994 that the internet came around, or it's 1990, I don't know the date. There's like all these silos, all these spaces that African content creators could thrive. But I feel like we just end up talking about gossip and relationships. I don't know why. Je ne sais pas pourquoi. I think at some point we all feel this way. This was actually a bad idea. I don't think I'm able to concentrate enough to respond to the comment while talking on the camera. But anyway, we're here. So I'll be looking in and at least I'm trying to respond to one. Oh yeah, let me see here. I can respond to this. Oh, by the way, where are you watching from? I forgot to ask that in the beginning. Where are you watching this stream from? I'd like to know. Look at that. Chicken. Welcome aboard. Oh, what kind of video would you like to see from me? I also forgot to ask that question. First, where are you watching from? And secondly, what kind of video would you like to make? Like what Lenkoli just said here, she enjoyed the video I did on Cameroonian web series. I feel like I can't do it. Is that I can't do what I don't want to do? I guess it's not that organized. You see, that's the thing about my brain. If I don't understand the logic in which something falls, I just cannot pursue it. I don't know if it's analysis paralysis, but just like I don't know if I cannot do everything. We can't do everything, right? So just finding it harder to, not even harder, it's like for me to create content, I need to know why I'm creating it, not just to appeal to people, but in the grand scheme of what I'm trying to do for myself and for the people that I care about. And what I mean, like you watching this. So if I see that a piece of content can be great, but might not work in conjunction with what I'm trying to do for the long term, then I tend to not do it. Like the Cameroonian web series, the reason why this is bothering me is because I know that it's important, but I don't think I have the energy to be able to create what I want to create and also do that as well. So it's just like one of those like, oh, this is a good opportunity, but it's not for me. Yay! So we have We have people from Finland. We have my friend Ms. Williams, who also is a YouTube creator, is in Finland. Actually, we did a collaboration, sort of a live stream where we talk here on the channel a while back. She's in Finland, and Kate is in Gotland, an island in Sweden. Gotland Island, Sweden. Rita is in Canada, in Toronto, Ontario, and my friend Lenkoni is in Douala, 5:41 p.m. here. Yes, I've been trying to find a time that works for videos. I did a video the other day, put it up, and I got so many few views. I was wondering, like, what is wrong with this video? I don't know if that happens to you. Like, then could you tell me, like, how do you make your videos? This is something that I've never actually get a chance to ask you, and I probably would like to ask you in a direct conversation. But since you're here, am I about to choke on my own spit? Note, do not talk too much fast if you talk fast because you can choke on your own spit. Just so you know. But anyway, how do you make your videos? How do you choose your topics? Kate, I would love for you to share your experience as well. You're at 700 subscribers. You've been working really hard at this. You're parents and you edit. It's a lot of work. So, like, you're two creators in here right now. How do you choose your topics to make them? Do you just, I don't want to give you a suggestion, just share with us how you choose your topics. Yeah, I'd love to know. Yeah. As you said, I just took the glass, my water container and drank. I love this. This is like one of the biggest investments, my best investments for 2020. Like, I love this thing. It's 2 gallons, and I just like it. I don't even drink water from glasses anymore. I just can't. Like, I don't know how to drink water from a glass because it's just easier to just fill this, walk around with it, and then just drink. All right, let me just start responding to this. Would like to travel to America. Somebody says. About oneself. The best gift. For some reason, I feel like I'm personally connected to every single person who leaves a comment on my video, even when it's a comment that it does not like a video. Like, just taking the time to write something, I feel like we're having this moment. It's just you and I in the world, just connecting across digital landscapes or something, All right, Kate responded. She says, my process is basically total vlog style these days. When I'm setting up conversation with people, I want to find out what is important to them and what I can learn from them. And in addition, I'm vlogging again. That's vlog running. For those who don't know what vlogging is, I don't know, Kate, I don't know who invented this because it feels like it's one of those cool things that you came up with. But anyway, vlogging is a vlogger who runs, literally, like running and holding the camera and filming and talking. Vlogging again, I'm just sharing from my heart and weirdness when I'm not having an epic conversation. Yeah. I hear you. It's, for me, I had this weird thought yesterday about the particular video I want to make that has to do with group chats. It's like, I just realized very recently that I don't particularly enjoy group conversations on digital platforms. Like, I don't know how different it is from what we're doing right now, but where you say something and then everybody says something. I feel like I'm in this room and I'm talking, and then when I'm talking, either somebody's talking or we're all quiet, and but it's just this idea in my mind. Like, I don't know, there's a problem with group chats, and I need to figure out what it is for me personally. I think there's a problem that I have with group conversations, but we will see. Kay says she loves getting comments too. I know how it feels because right now I'm looking at comments. I just sift through the ones I haven't responded, and there's so many of them I can easily get Oh, let me see what was rough. Anything helpful review? Nope, nothing helpful review. So let me go back to these. Yeah. So Kate says she did not invent the term vlogging. So good to know. Let me see here. Love your vlogs. Oh, that is WhatsApp. Has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing right here. Yeah. I'm curious to know what kind of videos you would like to see from me. Yeah, I was talking to you about that. I'm just Lionel, look at you. Hopping in here like a rock star, just saying hello, friend. Lionel, Lionel and I met in back in Boya, and I think we both have our birthdays on February. That's how we bonded about the whole pure Aquarius people tend to be like, oh, you're Aquarius, I'm Aquarius too. What's up? So, hey, brother, thank you. I actually feel like I'm not even that dedicated. I mean, I'm not trying to put myself down. It's more like I could do better. It's like a personal mantra of life that I realize that I'm not going as hard as I could. Like generally in life, like doesn't mean that I'm not happy with what I've done so far. I'm actually very proud of myself and learning to be prouder. Is prouder even a word? Proudest. Actually, let me check. Prouder is a word. Uh huh. What's this? Proud is one syllable, proud is correct form. You see, proud actually is a correct form. I thought it wasn't, but I felt like the word doesn't exist. So, right, more proud versus proud and when to use it. Ooh. To get back to original debate, proud is one syllable, prouder is the correct form. Single syllable adjective often forms. I think proud is correct. You always think this about yourself. What did I say? Grandfrey, thank you for being here. I mean, the work that you're doing, I look forward to watching your movies. People might not know who the on the screen right now, like the comment you're looking at is from Grandfrey that I really respect. He's a filmmaker, director, actor, writer. Like he's a lot of cool things, right? He's a lot of cool things, and I mean, I don't want to call his name because the reason why he's probably putting the name that he's putting is for his own personal reasons. So, but everybody who knows him knows him. So, hey, it's been forever. Yes, I mean, you fair bush and forgot about me, right? That's what people do. And then says you'll never forget that day. Yeah, me neither. I miss my college days to be honest. Like let me just be frank. When I was back in Boy, there were things that were happening there that I took for granted. I think it's life. Like you sometimes miss like hanging out, talking about books and just having events. Even before the new chancellor changed like, nights and all those cool things that people always connected to life. But anyway, you can't go back in time. You can only make the future better. So yes, things always. I keep laughing at comments before they show up on the screen. Which, if I was the one watching this stream, I'll probably be very annoyed right now. So, let's say you're always saying you could do better. For as long as I've known you, always been like that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm addicted to self improvement. Maybe I am, but I really feel that life is this process of making mistakes, learning from them, and growing from them. And I try to be as self-aware as I possibly can. Right? I think that it's easy to fall in ruts like these systems that work for us, either out of fear of failure, or just fear of disappointing the people in our lives. So sometimes it's good to shake things up. But then I don't know. I'm not a guru. I don't know anything about life. I'm always reading, learning, thinking, like just looking at where I can get things better. And I fail a lot, which is a good thing because I would have probably been feeling too proud of myself if I knew the answers to a lot of things that I don't know about. So yeah. Rita says, I love the different issues that you touch. I enjoy the variety, never knowing what kind of video is coming up next. Keep it up. I don't know how I feel about this. like, like I'm grateful that you like it, but then my issue with creation, I mean, I've had a difficulty writing anything actually, like actual writing on Medium for a while now because of my current mind state or the way things have been going on in my life. But one thing that I've always wanted to find out is what is my thing? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And I don't just mean like my thing that is like, all right, this is my niche or this is my area. It's more of what am I trying to bring to the world that only I can bring, you know? Maybe one day I'll understand how to express this better. Right now, it just doesn't make sense much to me. Yeah. The next is big as the one in the same country. That's what people do, right? So you follow Bush. I know you're in the US as well. It's just one of those things like this country is so big that you can be in the same state with someone and not even see them and not even know what's happening to them. But many Cameroonians don't understand that about the US and I think it gets other countries because for example, if you're living in Douala and I'm in Boya, you can plan to meet somewhere in Bonaberry like the same day and actually you can travel, go see each other and then come back. In this country, first of all, you have to figure out timing, distance, travel. Jesus. I mean, people here live like it's the normal because it is their normal. But when you come from a place like Cameroon, when you come to a place like Cameroon, it's not like you say in French, c'est pas évident. Like you cannot easily just get it. No, 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 no. Yes, I've been looking for this answer. So for those who don't know who Lenkoni is, if you're a Cameroonian YouTuber, please, or if you're Cameroonian, I say Cameroonian specifically because, or African as a whole, because the content that she creates is comical, is funny, is timely, but it's also serious in its actual impact. So I think you should watch her channel. And Lenkoni, I'm done selling you. You have to send my money for that sponsorship that I'm doing right now for this channel. This is not fair. You don't have to be that good that I cannot help it. Anyway, she says, my inspiration comes from the news or something I recently discovered that I believe more people should know. Usually I want to give another perspective in a digestive and light way. And you know what? You're doing it really well. And I wish you could do more. But then I don't want to jinx your ability to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Because something that I've noticed about creation is when you create what you want to create, it comes off better than when you try to create on a schedule. I think there's a balance. There's a balance between waiting for the right topic and also just doing whatever you want. So I think you're finding or you found that balance in a way that works for you. And I can just say, keep doing it. Like take all the time you want to take, make the videos that you want to make. We are lifetime subscribers here. Lena says, I miss it too. It was actually talking about how I would like to go back in time if I could do, but not possible, right? See, maybe one day I'll talk about time travel and living in the past and all that stuff. I don't know. Yeah. It's life. Kate says, I actually wrote a couple of Medium articles in the last couple of days. That is great. You should do that. Like, I really encourage people to do, there are two things. To travel, like if you can afford to travel, see the world, whether it's even in the same country, different place. Like, you should see places. I really think that when you see other places where people live, the way people live, you get to enjoy more or see different perspective. I think having different perspectives helps you to create more empathy, more understanding of people, because sometimes you might have something that is like a strict rule for you and then you move to a place and realize that people don't take it as a rule. So you start, I guess, taking yourself more or less seriously. Yeah. So the first thing is travel. The second thing is creating. I used to say writing, but I realized that not everybody thinks, with words or verbally like some people. So whether it's making movies, music, drama, painting, I think people should create because you get to express parts of you that words may not have, So yeah, you should write more. Kate, I'm happy to hear that. I'll probably read some of your articles when I find the time to do it. Yeah. Peter says, fail is first attempt in learning. I like that acronym. Makes a lot of sense. Linnell, oh my God, that's me every day. I'm always wondering what it is that I was meant to do, and I'm still in an impasse with that. About this, I could go on a whole rant. I watched this video yesterday from this lady. She's this lady's channel. I don't know if anybody else knows. Her name is Lana Blakely. She's from Stockholm. She's what's Stockholm actually? 1 second, let me check. Is it Stockholm a country or the capital? Please. No, yeah, it's the capital of Sweden. I was like, something related about this with somebody here. Like, Stockholm is the capital of Sweden. Forgotten. Sorry. But Lana Blakely made a video about this idea of finding a purpose. And basically what she was talking about was she stopped trying to do that. I don't entirely agree with what she said, but what her argument was, human beings, the example she uses is that human beings are not razors. Like, you're not meant to do like one thing. So trying to find like that one thing that you're meant to do, it's counterproductive. You know, we do a lot of things. You need to find what you value, and then the activities that you do, for example, drive you in that direction. For example, if you value health, it means the choices you will make about food, about wellness, about even your personal mental health would guide you towards a purposeful life. So you can live a purposeful life without necessarily finding one thing that this is the one thing that I have to do. See, Leonard, I've been stuck in this same rut for a while. I used to think that there was one thing that I had to do, one thing that I was born for. But I don't think there is. I think we do things based on what we are called to do, and we're called to do a lot of things. What I just said doesn't make sense. Don't even try to understand it. What I'm saying is watch Lana's video, and this feeling that you have to do one thing is something that we need to address. I don't think it's only one thing that we have to do. I think having a general compass, like, all right, this is the direction that I want to go. This is whether it's love, life, work, like big values, integrity, honesty, health, wellness. Like they're things that are just like, all right, this is what I'm looking for. But yeah, we'll talk about it. So, first of all, Lenkoni said inspiration comes from the news, and something I recently discovered that I believe more. Oh, my inspiration comes from the news or something I recently discovered that I believe more people should know. Usually, I want to give another perspective in a digestive and light way, and you're doing it. You're doing it really well. And the second one is also, I'm not restricted to any genre. I have no theme, just like you. Maybe I should find one like the debrief. Paula Audrey is killing it. Like, oof, she's killing it. And the Daily Show. If I had to say anything, I would just say that going more towards the Daily Show would win, because I think you're funnier than Paula Audrey. I mean, it's not that she's trying to be funny. She's very cocky, but I think you actually have a sense of humor that works well towards a Daily Show type of content. Personally, I think your humor, especially because you don't take yourself that seriously. I don't know if you do, just from watching your videos. Like, I cannot say that I know who you are or anything like that. But I think that you have the ability to take these topics, make them serious enough for somebody to pay attention to them, and funny enough for them to laugh at it. And remember, I think, they say Eminem says a lot of truth is said in jest. You get to say true things about society in a funny way, which gives you that comical authority. The reason why comedians win in life, and the reason why you have people even like Key and Peele making all these amazing skits that have truth in them, is because comedy can allow you to tell things that people normally not listen to. But because you're funny, people actually listen to you. So I think you should go, if you have to lean towards, either the debrief or Daily Show, go towards the Daily Show, because I can talk about whatever. I think so. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Granville says, you have a certain expressiveness and passion for word and creative writing that I think you will do well in the literary field. I agree with you. And my goal is to be able to work in this field for the rest of my life. And what I've realized while getting older is that for me to be able to do that, I have to do things that I may not really like, which is sometimes annoying, but then it just revolves around the whole idea of, because I'm pursuing a lot of stoicism, especially very recently, a lot of the idea that this is life and you do what you can, what you have. And it's not really about being excited, happy. It's more about this is what it is, and you pursue, the truth and value and doing the right thing even when you don't like it. Sometimes the right thing is taking a shower. Sometimes the right thing is sitting quiet. But I would like to be able to do this, and this live stream, all what I'm doing is part of that journey. And so I really appreciate your words, and I'm grateful for that. I've wanted to know myself for a long time, and this is an opportunity for me to get that, Yeah. There is a balance. I think this is what I was talking about, the balance between doing whatever you want and also creating what people actually want. That middle space of your creativity and also what society needs. Your thing that you add to the world and what the world requires of you. Yeah, there is. I believe that as well. I absolutely agree about traveling perspective. I absolutely agree about travel getting perspectives. I had like a syntax error there in my brain. I'm really thankful for the opportunity to see the world through being an actor. Yeah, I don't think you've even talked about this a lot on your channel, Kate. I feel like this part of your life and your experiences, I would personally love to hear you just narrate some of the lessons that you learned traveling the world. I feel like there are people who would really enjoy that. I don't know. You should think about it. I get what you're saying and it makes sense, but what if you are so dispersed that you can't even seem to figure out what you value more than the other? Oh, now you've opened my brain to like the metrics of things. I'm one of those people. And for what? I mean, you know my story, right? I started doing biochemistry. I did lower literature. I did Form 5, 15 years old. I was like, I'm going to do the arts. I'm going to do A1. This is what I want to do. I want to write. I'm going to do literature, history, French. Then when the time comes for me to choose, I choose not the wrong thing. I choose science. So I struggled for 2 years trying to figure this out. And then when the time comes for me to go to college, I'm studying sciences, biochemistry, and I failed. And medical laboratory science, and I failed. Until I did journalism. So in a way, I was dispersing my thoughts because I didn't know what I wanted to do. But the thing I've noticed about this whole journey and even my journey is that I realized that even Gary Vaynerchuk says it. It's not like I realize I'm not so smart and wise. But a lot of what I've realized, why do I keep saying realize? What is wrong with me? I know what is wrong with me. We have So, what I think about not knowing what you want to do in life and the idea of pursuing your purpose is that if you take any one thing and do it long enough, you would know for sure, or at least closer to 100%, if that thing was for you or not. The problem is that we don't take anything long enough. And I'm saying this, and I say we, I mean like me. Because what I realize is, if you spread yourself too thin, you never get good at anything to actually get to cross that chasm of not knowing to knowing. So you do need to pick something and stick to it for long enough for you to know for sure if that was or wasn't your thing. And I'm saying this in the simplest way possible because for me, even with writing, I don't think I've spent enough time actual writing. If you've heard of the 10,000 hour rule that was popularized by Malcolm Gladwell, that to become an expert in anything, you need to practice for 10,000 hours. One thing that keeps coming up over and over that many people have mentioned, I'm just going to mention now again, is that most people, when you talk about 10,000 hours, it's not just about spending time 10,000 hours just writing garbage. Let me say you want to become a better writer. It's not just about doing that. It's about doing deliberate practice. And deliberate practice means intentionally working on the things that make that thing successful. For example, if you want to be a soccer player, a footballer, it's not just about taking the ball and running around the field for 10,000 hours. It's about learning the actual techniques. I think Cristiano Ronaldo, there is a comment coming here that I'm going to really enjoy. It's from Oben AL. Let me finish my rant about purpose and life. I think I love doing this live stream more than I actually admit. I really enjoy it. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say, Lionel, is that it's the way the world is. I feel like we easily get distracted by too many things. It's a good thing because we have, these things that can allow us to learn, and we have the internet that we can connect. So we have so much. Hey, Judita is trying to see this comment coming. We have too many things happening all the time that we have crossed. I guess the positives of having a lot of choice has crossed. There is a book actually called The Paradox of Choice, which explains why it's harder to make decisions when you have too many things to choose from. So I feel that in life, like in work, you have to limit your choices somehow. You have to constrain your creativity. For example, when I want to make a video now, I used to just feel like I can make a video about anything. But having to constrain, like I can't make a video about like what Lenkoni mentioned earlier. I can't make a video about African content because it doesn't tie with my goal. So I don't think I can explain this in a simple like live stream right now to talk about this. But I feel you and I hear you, and I think it takes a lot to choose where to focus your energy on because your time is limited. Like you don't have all like you have 100 years to try one thing and then 200 years to try something else. Eventually you will die. I know it's going very dark right now, but eventually you will die. So the idea is, where can I put this my limited life in that even if it doesn't succeed on society's terms, I'll be proud of myself that I gave what I could. I think that's where we have to find out that it's not so much about winning or losing. It's about picking one thing and doing it for its own sake. What I'm trying to say ties more with stoicism than actually fulfillment. Because I think we search so much happiness and search for the positives in things that we forget that it's not about positive or negative. It's just about the thing. Because just being alive is already like we've won. But anyway, one day we'll make a video about this. This is a great topic, Lionel. Thank you for bringing this up. I think it's not simple. It requires a lot more thought, but yeah, we'll get it in. Akanji showed up. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is today's a wonderful day, and I'm glad that we have all these cool people in the house. And so Akanji is a YouTube creator. Akanji is a YouTube creator who has refused to make YouTube videos for a while now because she got engaged and then just decided to drop us off. You know what? Whatever. I'm not going to have your time. So I'm going to say hello, and that's it. Kate says, you should check out Eric Wen's channel. He has some really good content about learning about who you are and what's most important. I agree with Kate. Eric has some really cool things about personality. Eric and I will often talk about personalities, and there's a book by Benjamin P. Hardy, Dr. Benjamin, saying that personality isn't permanent. I used to think that the way I was, that was it. Like, I cannot change myself. This is my personality. I'm an introvert. I don't like people. I used to have this script that I liked, just narrating over and over again. But I came to an impasse in my life where I realized that if I keep saying these things, that I never move forward, I never grow, I never improve anything. And reading that book actually gave me perspective on this idea of personality. So Eric's channel, Eric talks a lot about personalities and the way people behave, which can allow you to see your tendencies. And I think moving past that is taking the next step of addressing the things that you want to address that tie in with your long-term goals. So it's like, all right, you say something like, my DNA is such that I like to share, I like to talk with people, I like to interact. But how is this helping me? Should I build a community? Should I, pick my friends more carefully? Should I go to a community college? Like, I think knowing yourself is a good place to begin, but then you can choose the traits that you want to improve on yourself. For example, I want to become a hard worker. Not that I don't think I work hard enough, but I feel like I'm not doing hard enough. I'm not working hard enough now. So I'm choosing to look at this trait of hard work and be like, how can I become the kind of person who can do what is required no matter what is required? And for me, it means that I have to start addressing my personality or the things that I assumed that were true for me and take them and really deconstruct it. Like, am I actually lazy or am I avoiding to do the work? Why am I avoiding to do the work? How can I make it easier? And also look at what are the things I'm actually doing. For example, one thing that you may not know about me is that I play a lot of video games more than I actually thought that I did. There's this game called Genshin Impact. I'm on level 30 on this game, which I started about 1 month ago. It's a very long, grinding game that is very hard. Well, it takes time. Not that it's hard. It just takes a lot of time. And so I guess I've been hiding behind, like, I'm just playing my game by myself. And then I realized, like, actually, no, I need to actually stream this thing and talk about it and bring it up because it's a part of me that I've been trying to just reject. And I'm trying to embrace more of that aspect of my life and see where it leads me in terms of my goals. And I'm going to end this rant now because I think I'm going in many directions. Let's go back to the conversation. Oben Eyong, this is a comment I mentioned earlier. It says, Kamga, we'll be glad if you direct a movie one day because I marvel at the way you think. Can you explain how you think and analyze different perspectives in life? Whoa. We could write books about this. Where do I begin? This is a very good question, by the way. How do I begin? How do I begin to answer this question? First, I do want to direct. I actually do. I want to direct. I want to be able to produce and direct the movies so I can have more creative control. And with somewhere like Grant and Anirin, who is in the chat, who is watching, I would like to actually get something like that done. So yes, it's one of my life goals to make a movie in my own image. But the way I think is very convoluted. My wife has a hard time dealing with my thoughts because I never think straight. As you can notice in the live stream, I go in all these kind of places and go around and end up somewhere that doesn't make sense if you are not open-minded enough to actually get it. So I do have a hard time giving direct answers to questions that I think are very gray. So I find it difficult to think about things in like you're either right or you're wrong, which is why I've had a big problem with things like religion, gender conversations, feminism now, more recently. So the way I think is that everybody is right to an extent. The issue now is finding how far away from your own truth are they. I think there's a truth, like it's a fundamental truth, but then everybody uses the truth in their own version, even when they don't know it. So the way I think is based on collecting enough information to make decisions that are closer to the truth than to how I feel about them. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so different perspectives is that I try to consume as much perspective as possible and question them. But I question them by thinking about them for long times. I think about things for a while, and sometimes it's just in the background, just running, and just like I'm hardly sure about anything, which can be a bad thing. It can create a lot of analysis paralysis because as I'm thinking about all these things, I'm not actually doing something. And that makes sense. Keep asking that question. It makes sense to me, but I want to make sure that you understand where I'm coming from. So if there's anything I'm saying that is not clear, just let me know. Judita is here. Guys, I think I'm leaving. I'm done. This live stream is over. My goal has been achieved. I made all this so that Judita will show up, and then she did. So anyway, since you guys are so kind and nice, I'm going to stay. But yeah, we need to focus on one thing or something. You cannot do everything. You have to accept that you cannot do everything and just, do one thing. Lionel says your lives are very interesting. Keep it up. I'm glad I was able to catch you today. I'm always up to the. Hey, no, listen, it's fine. We are here, and actually, I'll be streaming on Fridays at this time. So this is the thing now, guys. I'm putting it out there to universe. So Fridays, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to probably 11. Yeah, I'll be streaming, and so I'll also start streaming on Twitch, and I'll put it on the YouTube channel eventually about my video games and stuff. So yeah. Don't worry, I'll be here. I'll put a notification before the date. So I'll be scheduling it at least a night or two before so that you will know when to show up. So yeah. Akanji says, we oftentimes suffer the excess of options. 100%. Having a lot of choice makes it harder for you to make a proper decision. Even the way the media works, the way things are worded in forms can easily make you not make the wrong decision, but you don't make choices that are good for you in the long term. So yeah, and Jutta repeated again, you do need to focus on one thing. Word. Focusing on something can be freeing. I used to think that it wasn't the case, that why would I try to limit my creativity? Like, why am I trying to limit myself? But if you think about it, take Christopher Nolan, for example. If you don't know who Christopher Nolan is, then you should not be watching this channel. Right, maybe that was harsh. But anyway, Christopher Nolan did Inception and recently Tenet and Interstellar and Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. Like, I recently watched the Batman trilogy, by the way. Any movie fans in the house, I'm sure you are there. Let's talk about movies eventually at some point. But yeah, Nolan focuses on directing movies that have a specific theme towards twisting time and trying new ideas that most people would just not do it. And this man has built a name. Like, whenever a new Christopher Nolan movie is coming out, even if you're going to say the movie sucks, you would watch it first. So I think he's been able to find focus in this thing. And directing is not one thing. I'm sure many directors will tell you, directing is not just sitting there and telling people what to do. It's a lot of skills. But because you have to know a set of skills, when you say, okay, I'm going to be a director, you're choosing your sphere of influence. Like Stephen Covey would say, a circle of influence. Like, these are the things that you can control. And you focus on those things. So I think because we have so many choices, we refuse to make the decision to choose what we will focus on. And that's where we fail. That's where I fail. This is how I think. I get enlightenment in moments like this where I'm like, that's a problem that I have. I'm not very intentional about the things that I'm focusing on. Thank you for that thought process. I don't upload something if it isn't me being absolutely genuine in the moment. Hey, that is a long call. Like, I don't think I can do that. At times I've uploaded a video, I'm like, this video sucks, but I'm just going to do it because I have to do it for the YouTube algorithm. Let me be honest. Like, to grow a YouTube channel, requires a lot. And I think that sometimes I've made videos, like there's one particular video that I recorded. I think there are many videos I haven't edited. One particular video that I recorded, and it's just me ranting. It's just me talking about it's just me talking about like how hard it is to make videos. And I intended to do like a one take, no B-roll, no edits, just like. So yeah, I think, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think if you found that balance, that's great. Me, I sometimes I put up videos that I know in my heart are cringe-worthy, but then I tell myself that if I don't make this video, then I'll not get to make the next video. So I try as much as possible to focus on the next video. There's this young man who is killing it on YouTube. I think he has like 2 channels with at least 1 million subscribers on each one. And he wrote this for YouTube, for Reddit comments about the process of winning on YouTube. And he's very cocky, he's very confident. And I like listening to him talk. He has an amazing voice and great perspective and way he thinks. And he said something about the way he makes videos is once he uploads a video, he starts working on the next video. And I'm trying to get to that place where it's not so much about the analytics, about the videos, the content itself. It's more like, all right, this video is done. Let me start working on the next video, because it takes your mind off that pressure of this has to be the best video ever. I mean, going back to Christopher Nolan, I think he releases a movie nearly every 2 years. So it's one of those things that makes you realize that even if the movie is a good one, he starts working on the next movie as soon as the previous movie is done. And there's a lot to say about that cycle. Life ends eventually. I think I've listened to this music multiple times. I need to change this. Oh, it's stuck on this. Let me see if I can. Let me go to, yeah. Yep, we're back now. So yeah, Christopher Nolan makes movies every 2 years. I think that's awesome. Juta, yeah, Akanji's married, so she doesn't believe in making videos anymore. She used her video talents to find her husband. Now her purpose for YouTube is over. Mom and Jazz is here. Hey, this is nice. I feel like we're having a party. I really want to get an iPhone because I feel like this is what Clubhouse feel like, having people discussing and talking and sharing. So Oben says perfect. I think I don't know if that was answer to the response that I gave, but yeah, I agree. Perfect. Kate, it's great hanging out with you. Talk to you later. Dinner time over here. Oh, thank you so much, Kate. It's good to hang out, and we should definitely do that Zoom conversation and talk about cool stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Hello to your husband and your kids. Looking forward to it. To hanging out and talking with them. Akanji says she just found out about StreamYard, so she's about to join the YouTube stream family. Ha ha! Look at you. StreamYard has been around for years. You're late to the party, but I know you're going to kill it. So looking forward to it. This is so funny. See, I try. It's a thing that I work on, and yeah. Thank you. Limit your choices. Costco has few choices for that reason. It saves time, money, and energy. See, I've never been to Costco. I've heard so much about Costco in I don't know if it's in the US. We're in Pueblo, Colorado, so I don't know how, yeah. But the reason why, for example, I got a table recently and I had a couple of choices. I could either find a table on Facebook Marketplace, go there and get it, have to find somebody to help me carry a table, or I don't like this song. I like instrumentals. But yeah, when you limit your choices, you focus on growing what you already have, whether it's in relationships. I might need to revisit that. I don't know, but whether it's in work, purpose, like choosing what you want to do. When you find your sphere of influence, for example, if you're a creator, you start deciding like, okay, what kind of content do I actually want to make? And then you focus on making that kind of content. It doesn't mean that you stop writing or making videos or all that stuff. It means you start making decisions now based on getting towards that long-term goal. So yeah, I do think that you should be able to do that. The last comment is a bit of my existence. Which one? Which comment? Kamga, can you share how it feels to do what you love? How is it different from doing what you don't love, if you know what I mean? First of all, the idea of doing what you love. So there's this quote by Steve Jobs. I don't know if I can find it. I really have to be doing this live streams every Friday so I can prepare and put like slides and things. Steve Jobs said something about love what you do, and it was changed to do what you love. You see, those two sentences are two very different sentences. And I want to address them because it ties down to the question you just asked. A lot of us try to find things that we love and then we want to do them. No, let me rephrase that. Even I myself, I'm confused about it. That's how confusing sentence can be. We try to find things that we enjoy doing and then want to do those things for the rest of our lives. For example, let me take comedy. I love comedy. Personally, I watch a lot of comedy shows. I love Trevor Noah. I actually even have a book on comedy. I'm trying to study how to do it. I think that comedy is a very difficult job and people don't respect it as much as people who don't know about comedy don't respect it. I know people who are in comedy understand how hard it is, but people who are not in comedy don't really get it. So if you love comedy, right, you love you love comedy, you enjoy doing it, you might have, the idea might cross your mind that you want to do this for a living. And so, right? So, man, this is taking me down a rabbit hole of love. For a long time, I've wanted to write because I love to writing. Like I want to make a living as a writer. I want to be a copywriter. I want to do all these things. And as I've gotten older, or as I've read more, gained more experience, and seen more people talk about this idea, I realized that things like passion, love, those are great in theory, and they are good to sell, sell courses online and sell schools and scholarships. But I think that it's not so much about finding a thing that you love. It's that space, that ikigai. Ikigai is the space of, there are three things: what you love, what you're good at, and what people actually want. Many people, I feel, love something that they may be good at, but not everybody wants it, or people don't actually want it. For example, in the idea of comedy, you might really love comedy. You might actually be very good at comedy, but people don't actually care about it. Maybe you're in Cameroon, for example, where I don't think many comedians can live off comedy. Another thing, you might also be one of those people who you love comedy, but you're not good at it. And people sort of want what you want. But so you find yourself bombing every single day, trying to go for shows, trying to make videos, but nobody actually cares about what you're doing because you're not good at it. And now this is the part where people miss. You can actually you can be good at something, people want it, but you don't love it. And so you find yourself having to carry yourself to work every day, begrudgingly. Finding that middle ground, I think it takes a lifetime to find a thing that a space where it's like, I love this thing. It's helping people, and I'm actually very good at it. So I think for me, if it comes down to me, I don't think I've found what I love yet. And honestly, I don't want to. I think I want to just enjoy discovering myself more and more until when I'm dying, I'm like, wow, this is how death is. All right, cool. This is weird. But going back to the Steve Jobs quote, a lot of people struggle to find the things that they love instead of just doing things really well. Yeah, that's what I'll say. We need to just become good at things. I'm trying to just become very good at something. And I think when you're good at something, love comes. Think about it. If you've read or for this guy, Scott Adams, he wrote Dilbert. I sound very American right now because a lot of my context, a lot of content I consume is very American. Even back in Cameroon, I was consuming a lot of American content. I sometimes feel bad about it, but now I just the internet is available. If you cannot find it, that's a problem. But Scott Dilbert wrote a really good book called How to Fail at Anything and Still Win Big. How to win, I think it's How to Fail at Everything and Still Win Big. And he said a lot of things in that book. It's a personal development book / life / idea about passion. But Scott Adams, Scott Dilbert, he's not the best cartoonist. He's not the funniest comedian, and he's not the best writer. But he's good enough in those three things that he created this medium where he writes these comic strips that have been nationally syndicated. He's made a lot of money, published books. This guy probably doesn't even need to write any book till he dies. So coming back to your question, Oben, about this, it's like, I think if you find something that you're very good at and you find a way to make it work for you, then you will love it. And the problem that many of us had, that I have, and I'm still fighting with now, is like trying to find something that you're passionate about that gives you only the positives. I don't think there's such a thing. Everything has its struggles. Everything has its difficulties. Writing, for example. Many people would like to publish a book, but sitting down and actually writing, they don't want to do it. Many people would like to write, but editing, they will not want to do it. Or sending query letters, or selling their book, or all these things that are not fun to do, but are still part of the process. So to summarize my answer to this long rant is that Doing what you love requires you to realize that you're not always going to love it and doing it anyway. Yeah. Doing what you don't love is part of doing what you love. I sound so wise right now. So Akanji says half of the reason I haven't posted any videos is because I'm grappling with being me and marketing great content. All right, listen. Akanji, I'm speaking to you about this. I'm speaking to you about this because I think I have an idea of where you're coming from. You need to get it out. Like, you need to create. The reason why I love Gary Vaynerchuk and I will always respect and enjoy this man, and very grateful for ever coming across his content, is because when you see the inordinate amount of content this guy has created in his lifetime, and you see that he's not making any fancy like edits, any fancy things. Yeah, he has a team, he has Z-Rock and all that stuff. But ultimately, it's about telling your truth. Like right now, you are watching this live stream. Do you know how many people actually want to watch this live stream? Do you know how I debated in my mind about not doing this and having to basically hack my own motivation and say, I'm going to set a schedule, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to take a shower, and at this time I'll press this button, and whether people show up or not, I'm going to make the video. When I'm looking at the way I was thinking about just literally about 1 hour, 30 minutes ago, it was a very different mindset from what I'm doing right now, which is talking about these things and enjoying this conversation, which sounds like a one-way conversation. You have to make content. If content is what you want to make, you have to make it. This is one of those parts of the whole journey for me that is like, you cannot be a builder without building. You cannot keep thinking about the foundation of a house without actually drawing it or buying the blocks or going to the market. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. As cliche as it seems, the only way you will make a video that you actually enjoy making is by making videos that you don't enjoy making. I really believe that. Like, you learn by doing. You learn by making mistakes. And when it comes to creating YouTube videos, I see many people who make 1, 3, 4, 30 videos and all my videos suck or I'm terrible at this. You're not. You just haven't done it long enough to know what to do or to be able to observe the patterns of behavior that might be stopping you from actually achieving your goals. So no, stop grappling between being you and making great content. Do both. Be you and make great content. End of rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Not something interesting enough to be good content, but everything seems to have the same level of importance. Sometimes it feels like I'm not doing enough to be good content. Analysis paralysis. Just make videos. JMV. That might be my new hashtag. Just make videos or write or audios or whatever. The more you make, the more you discover what you like to make, what works, what doesn't work. Keep making videos. I was referring to Kate's content about not posting content that is authentically her. Oh, okay. I hear you. Loving something isn't always the answer we're looking for. Yeah, I think so. Sometimes you have to just do what you have to do. It's like, who loves taking showers? I'm sure there's some weird people here who do. I don't. I don't take showers because I love showers. I take showers because I have to take showers. And because I like the feeling of being clean. So there's also that. Because sometimes it's not about doing what we love. So what's an end goal? If you want to build a YouTube channel, you have to make videos. You have to provide value. You don't have to love making videos. You have to make videos. So you might either change your goal of, okay, I don't want to do YouTube, and then move on and do something else, right? Do something. But you have to make videos, man. Like, you can't want to create a career as a creative and not be willing to put yourself in the space that requires you to be creative. Content creation is uncomfortable. It's fear-based. Like, you have to be afraid of what people will say, but you have to be able to build that. Because I'm killing me with these comments. Let me see here. Oh, Kenji says, yeah. You know what? I will say this till whenever, because I believe that, you see, it's the funny thing about YouTube. The people who are winning on YouTube are people, yes, you have the talented people who are really exceptionally good. But you have people who are just so hardworking that they cannot help but win. Like, they basically take destiny and twist destiny's neck and say, I will win no matter what. So when is a TED Talk come, guys? This is my TED Talk. Every Friday at 9 a.m. MST, you can come and see a TED Talk here. Rita says, comedy is a call, it's a gift. Some people are so funny. Just their first word of facial expressions will make their audience die of laughter. Others not so much. See, I think there is some truth in what you're saying, and there's also some narrative that I feel that has been sold to society to stop people from trying to do things. I think it's a skill, and because it's a skill, it can be learned. You can learn to be funnier than what you already are. I think the levels. Let me say, for example, if 1 to 100, right? You might be at 4 right now, and you're just terrible. Like nobody cares when you open your mouth. It's just like don't do that. But if you actually study comedy, you might move from 4 to 10 or 20, which is still below 50, below average, right? But what you would gain in that progress can be a lot more than even people who are at 100 and then they are not even using their skill. Say, for example, a funny driver, right? Who needs comedy when you're in the car? You might have great customers. You might let me rephrase. Let me actually take that back. People can actually enjoy you so much that they actually want to only drive, in your car. I don't know, but I think it's possible to gain skills and improve in different areas. So when you're choosing a particular area, for example, let's take video creation, right? Editing is a skill. Making videos actually look visually appealing is a skill. Storytelling is a skill. Public speaking, sales, marketing, social media. So when it comes to YouTube creation, there are many skills that come into play. Now, you can either give up and say, you know what, editing is such a great skill, it's a talent. This guy is just so good. I'm not Cody Warner. I'm not Eric Wen. I just can't do it. Whereas, if you actually took the time and said, all right, I'm not good at this. What are they doing that is working well? What can I learn from them? Like you said, first attempt in learning, right? You need to be able to just accept that there is no such thing as complete failure. When you try something and it doesn't work out, what you can do then is take that thing and see how it could have been different, and then learn from that. That's like my operating system in life. I notice this in whatever I do. I generally try to. Oh man, I try to learn from my mistakes, which sometimes I pay a heavy price for it, to be honest. But I think it's possible to learn and grow from these mistakes that we make. Yeah. You need a good bath. There's magic in it. There is no such thing as magic in a good bath. It's like I would tell you, you need to watch the best anime in the world. There is magic in it. I think we find our own magic in our own things. And yeah, it could be soothing and it's great for some people. But for me, I take showers because I like the feeling of being clean, not because I actually enjoy the process of taking the shower. I mean, ideas, people talk about how the best ideas come in showers. I think I like showers because, how do you even end up talking about showers? Because it's just me and it's quiet and it's just this soothing. Anyway, Rita says, I try to be funny, it doesn't work. Let me just share some truth with you since we're among friends here. This is like a confident area. I think I'm funny depending on the context. I don't know if you understand what I mean. For example, my best friend T keeps telling me to make. There's a particular kind of video that he's saying that I would be good at making, but because I'm afraid, this same fear, I think is the same fear that I have. I'm afraid that my comedy would not work because it's too intellectual. But then I'm also aware that it's just because I don't have the skill. I mentioned earlier that I'm actually studying comedy. Comedy is a skill. Video storytelling is a skill. You might have a talent, a propensity to pick up things faster. Take football, for example. In Cameroon, the kids that you see and you're like, this guy could actually be the next Etofis. This guy is really good. Now, there's talent can only carry you to a certain point, right? Then you need to actually improve and learn and grow. It's like my friend Akanji, right here. She's talented as a media person. She's a speaker. She can sing. She has a great voice, great personality. Now the question is, would you take those innate talents and grow them? So you might think that you're not funny, Rita, but I will strongly disagree. I'm sure in your life, in your family, there's somebody who thinks you're funny. And the thing now is, depending on the kind of humor that you have, the context. So I'm not saying that you should try being funny because some guy on the internet said that you should try to be funny. That's just, don't listen to me. But I think that depending on the context, different aspects of people's lives come up. Like I'm actually quite funny with my friends, but I find it difficult to be funny when I'm recording videos because it requires with my friends. It's a very it's I guess it's situational comedy. So depending on what you say and the way I say what you say and the way I react to it, that now makes it funny. But because when I'm making videos, there's no reaction. I need to actually create a setup, say the thing, and then actually get the feedback, and it doesn't work usually. So it just comes off as very bland. And what are you trying to do? So yeah, no, I don't try to be funny on the internet because yeah, no, it'd be very disgusting. I haven't responded to even to a single comment. The goal in this the goal on this stream today was to show up, respond to comments. I've ended up just talking with you guys for the whole time. You know what? This is great. I like this. I'm actually feel this is nice. Let me see here. Is anybody home? Nope. But yeah, I think we can look at what this time explained. But yeah, this session is almost coming to a close right now. I can feel it. I'm losing. No, but I'm losing. I feel the energy. Going to the American culture shock really challenges. Let me respond to some comments while waiting for your comments. Aw, that's really nice. Honestly, I was just listening to you. Thank you. This is happy to hear that. Feel like a radio personality. You know what I'm saying? Actually, if anybody wants to join this call, I'm going to put a link now in the how do you call it thing. I'm going to invite you. I think we've reached that part in the conversation where I want to find out if anybody wants to join. Oh, yep. Thanks for having us. Now I have to run. Work won't do itself. Yes. I mean, like we've talked about it. You have to do the things that you have to do. Silavi. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be here on Fridays to just talk, and sometimes I'll be reacting to things. But yeah, you have more regular live streams now. So Fridays, I'll be here and looking forward to talking to you, Lena. And happy birthday in advance. You're welcome, Ekanji. Thank you. I'm still here, still responding to these comments. And what did I do? Okay, yeah, I copied the invite and then I did not drop it in here. So that was pretty annoying. Here's the invite. I can start an argument with somebody at this point. So you are welcome and thank you. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting old. Who does that? This guy. At least I responded to 4 comments, so I've never read the book before, but after watching videos and putting two and two together, it makes a lot of sense. I don't read a mechanic book and think it's a story of how the author came to be a great mechanic. Ooh. All right, buddy. Think you're so smart. Oh, that's a great analogy. Ooh. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm reading one comment here from the video I made when I got my car accident. There's just so much shame in my first one today. Awful snow here in Iowa. Roads are almost impossible to stop on. There was a car truck in the curb to my left. I was on the left lane. The car in front of me swerved to not hit it, and I couldn't stop. I hit my right headlight in their back left headlight at low speed. No one was hurt, and I was assigned no blame. But I feel this deep shame for it, and I don't know when, if I'll feel better. That's tough. Getting into a car accident is rough, man. It's yeah. Just thinking about it just giving me the chills again. Like it's not. It's not easy. Yeah. I think it's time. Yeah, it's actually time to call it. It's time to call it quits. It's been nice hanging around, talking, and catching up. We're doing this every Friday, and looking forward to making more videos and connecting with you. I feel like just having people who actually take the time to watch my videos, it's a really cool feeling. It's a really cool feeling. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're watching the recording, then I don't even know what to say. Like you took all this time to watch this. Like, yo, that's dope. And if you have, leave a comment. Let me know that you did, that you watched, and then just leave the word pumpkin. I don't know why I chose that word, but if you're watching the recording and you watch up this particular point, leave the word pumpkin so that I can actually reach out and thank you personally because it means a lot for me to take the time to do that. So I believe in you. Spend a nice weekend. It's time to recharge, time to plan ahead, time to work even harder on your goals, work on your purpose, push forward, reflect, do all the things that are helping you move forward in life. I don't think you have to wait for the new year to start from scratch. You can always start today and work on things. I really, really believe that a lot more now. That every day is an opportunity to get better. So use it, whether it's weekend, whether it's Monday, whether it's Wednesday, just get better. All right. It's nice being here too, Rita. Thank you so much for showing up. I really like you're always there for my live streams. You leave comments. You even bought my gear. Like, thank you. It's a tough world to be a creator. I'm sure you know that very well. And to have people who support you, not just with words, but with their actions, that's just so it's so worth it. Like doesn't don't have to have a million subscribers to realize that what I'm doing here matters to somebody enough for them to take the time. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I guess it's only my job and my duty to show up and keep making better content for you because you wouldn't be here if you didn't think this was worth it. And for me to, I guess, keep my own part of that promise is to show up and just keep creating value. So thanks. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.